This is ridiculous, cats. Bro, get off the heat. Oh my god.
You kidding? Are you kidding me, Missy? Put it like that so my cats can see out so they don't have the blinds. I'd like to know if anyone else have a cat that does this. Maybe it's a cat. That pretty precious couple baby. And then you got demon from hell. This is today's cat problem. Hurdle, what are you thinking? How are you gonna get down?
It's cute. Okay. So I'm gonna start up a story and not do the daily roulette yet, because that's usually it usually takes an hour and a half in order to do, even as the healer class. So instead of wasting that hour and a half at the start of the stream, I'm just gonna go straight to the story. Their music is so nice. Ooh. I'll let the Odin down, but more in that I've let myself down, might as well go back to mending kettles. What's that you've got here? Sheds such striking beauty. It shines with the heartache and laughter and the something of life, like the turmoil of history made manifest. I can see the brilliance of the crystal's legacy. You've never captured such a gleam. I've been labeled 100 years. But bugger me, if I don't mean to try. Where's me tools? God's damn. I must set the work before the feeling fades. The illuminated land. I can feel it, a vision forming in me. Step aside and let. Honestly, the way these people talk, it's so hard to read. The way these people talk. Well, not all of them. Some of them. Orianji is difficult, but this guy is hard. I've taken the wonders that Crystal showed me and channeled them into a new shape. What befits the spiritual character. Not a bad job if I do say so myself. Ain't to think I was this close to hanging up me hammer after studying the craft of them ancients. I've been crossing the depths of Navarrete and gobbled up every scrap of crafting wisdom what I could find. But no matter which technique I tried, me work was just no comparison. I couldn't even figure out how they put them damn buildings together. A mystery for the ages. That's what I draw. That's what drew me here in the first place. I built me workshop from the forges burning, got the forges burned and lost. Wait, so you built this entire thing here underwater? Like, how the hell did he get down here and then build this tower? Can he breathe underwater? Does he have some sort of submarine? Does he like what is it? A mystery for the ages. That's what drew me here in the first place. I built me workshop, got the forges burning. Okay. Thank the gods for the crystal years, or I might never have gotten it back. I won't pray into your business, but I reckon your little miracle here has been through the kind of journey that sings songs about the echoes of the memory. I can still feel coursing through me, the inspiration of fading away. It's his willing up stronger and stronger. Give me the chance, and I reckon I could weave the crystal sage into another thing as well. But pardon me, I almost forgot the Odin's commission. If you drag the lamp over to the... For me, I'll stay here and dream up new... You have access to the forge equipment will become available for collection based on the role quest. save that for later. Yeah, it's still. This don't look. This look like rock. It doesn't look like. Isn't it rock? What did he make this thing out of? That's crazy. You crazy, man. You crazy. What is that you have there? The sacred lamp, and the finless one has kept his promise. My people tell me of the many deeds you have performed in the name of Aiden the cups. And now you come to me, bearing the light we had almost surrendered hope of ever seeing. We can't doubt your purity no longer. Your arrival is the will of the ancients. Yes, the time for fear has passed. We shall take the lamp and unveil its something illumination onto the walls of the forgotten. Gather there with your companions, and we shall speak again once our prayers have been offered. I gotta mow the lawn later today.
Oh, steward of the unknown, we offer up our light in answer. That crystal you showed the artist. Was it? Did it belong to one of my friends? I tried to give you a measure of privacy. No one wants a spirit looking over their shoulder every moment of the day. So tell me if you would. How did you come across that crystal? It was Nilebirds then. Strange that I should learn such things now, after they're long gone. They were fine friends, everyone of them. I didn't expect death to teach me so much. About them, about Seto, about you, about the hope that hides in the heart of this world. I've never been one for idle chit-chat, but if by some miracle I could see them all again, I doubt I would ever stop talking. I'm grateful I got to bend your ear at least. And just for that, I reckon I'll stick with you to the very end. Apologies, we were a little late to the gathering.
It seems you succeeded in gaining their trust.
The delay wasn't exactly welcome, but at least our many hands made light work. And they seemed especially impressed with your contribution. Our hero indeed. Yashtoga was telling us those structures may date back to the age of the Assyrians.
An Assyrian homeland. Despite his many protestations, I never quite believed them itself was telling the truth.
All right. But there was no denying the evidence before our eyes. Clearly this was once a great city. A home they would see restored, no matter how many tens of thousands of years it takes.
It's a hollow dream when you think about it. Even if they manage to rejoin all the worlds, they'll never bring back the ones who were lost. But would I have done any different?
Are you? How are you feeling?
You have completed your devotions?
Yes. To the honored ancients have we offered up our prayers and our gratitude. You too have our thanks.
Might we trouble thee then to tell us more of the illuminated land of which thou didst lately speak?
To the west of here lies a great trench. Some days ago, a light appeared in that endless darkness. Curious, we ventured closer and discovered in the depths an entire city. The buildings we spied were akin to our own everlasting abodes. Impossibly so. We understood at once the ancients had risen. There could be no doubt. Taken with terror, we retreated to the cups, and I agreed that none should enter the trench until such time as we received a sign.
Might it still be possible to reach this city of the ancients?
With no order to drown, the finless one could now travel there. Yes. I am convinced you are the sign for which we have been waiting. My people will show you the way.
Shall we?
Let's dance. The chieftain has bid me to guide you. Steps to the illuminated land. Come the way lies downwards. Follow the path of coral and rock and join your comrades below. Are all gathered then? We shall describe the path you must take. Enter the caverns beyond and follow the wall down and down and down. Once at the bottom, find a passage to the northwest, then continue west and west and west. Son of a bitch. Why are you bothering me? West and west. The way is not simple. Keep your friends within shouting distance and do not stray unto the deep. Just before the journey's end, you will find something gap and the barrier we placed at its mouth. This obstacle will fade should you raise a hand towards it. We have made it so. Was explanation. We thank you for your guidance. Right, deeper into the depths we go. Okie dokie. The rocks, coral reach up from the cavern's wall like a staircase of sort, but be careful, you wouldn't want to slip. Okay, am I gonna see anyone else on the way down, or is just her? It was just her? I don't see anyone else. I'll wager these bursts of water could carry you clear the top, but I know you get to try it. Where were the twins? Are they in here more? Our guide by us traveled to the cavern's floor and head west. Yet towards seeing these twisting tunnel differ such simple instructions rather than relying on direction alone, I suggest we scout the cave and with care and rely on the okay, that was Coriandra right there. Where's the twins? Yeah, I see Stola over there. Stola had forged ahead. Shall we continue on our advance? Hey, sexy. The rock drops off sharply here, but I should think this coral thick enough to serve as a bridge. Ooh. Burping a lot. Not a lot. I just finished 8, so yeah, I'm guessing the burp is gonna be. So you have a choice of 2 routes from here. You can either take the long way to the south along the rocks or skip along this coral branch as LSA has done. I for one shall be following my sister's example. would be interested to be able to like remove water from the bottom of the ocean floor, pick whatever treasures and stuff down there. That would be really great. Oof. Not to it. Alicia has already gone on ahead. We should catch up to her. There you are, come on. I think I found the tunnel we were looking for. Yeah, I can see it from all the way over here. Is that level 80? Yeah. It must be the barrier spoke of. Well, that was rather more arduous than expected. I feel a sudden rush of gratitude for the smooth roads our ancestors cut through the wilderness. 'Twas a treacherous path indeed. Now I believe one of us needs but raise a hand to banish this. Judara, I'd like you to do the honors. Gone just like that. I suppose we should head in. Like as not, this tunnel will be just as something as the road we walked to get here. Let's all stay aware of our surroundings, shall we? So this is another cutscene that I absolutely love. Even though it's a short cutscene and it's just them going to a new region, it's so cool. Wow, there's a lot of them. They're just... Okay, so I want to talk to them and see what they say, but some of them are like in some really big place. Long drop, please. No heroic jumps off the edge. I don't think my heart could take it. Geronimo!
By the gods.
When we got to the city, I did not think they meant an actual city.
Then we are seeing the same view. The remnants in the Ondo settlement were solid material structures. But these... Everything here pulses with ether. 'Tis an enchantment on a monumental scale.
Dude, did you not? The style of the architecture is the same used for the remnants as the cups and the Moral's painted tower. Look closely, Emmett Silk has not simply reclaimed these rooms, he has layered the semblance of an entire city onto them. God's the magnitude of his art something is staggering. Though it pains me to admit we did not fully understand the feats of which an old world Hessian is capable. End of a world. It's intimidating, yes, but we have to start somewhere. Why don't we have a closer look at the tower? We might be able to search the edge of the trenches. That's beautiful. And there she is, the last one. Then we just need to get the ones from the quests. I think there's only one that we got, so we need 4 more. I can't wait to fly around this area right here, because I'm pretty sure. Which way? I'm pretty sure that once I get to actually fly around it, there's not actually a lot. Like most of the buildings. Most of the buildings you see it all in one corner that you can't touch or land or anything. Well, you can touch it, but you can't land or anything like that. And the area that we're gonna go to, there's not a lot of buildings like these. Like if only the area that we're gonna go to actually was like surrounding this building right here, like the center building, would have been really cool. But from where I'm looking at, it's not a lot. Wait, where the hell is the... There it is. Look at the size of these doors. Now I know how pixies must feel. Amor recognized. Welcome to the city of Will you be riding the lift? Oh, did the balloon just welcome you? Perhaps it is not so passing strange. Did Emmett Self not invite Junta to visit his abode? Tis plain they come in was expected. And where will this lift take us? The lift services every level of something heights, but is presently configured to convey passengers directly to the ground floor. Well, there you have it. In the absence of some few hundred yards of rope, we have little choice but to accept that offer. But on the I'm not about to let you walk into the place alone. As you wish, the lift will arrive shortly. Next stop, ground floor. Burr of something. It's only at this distance that you start to realize just how big the buildings truly are. What did that voice call the city? Amsra. Look over there. Is that a person? Oh no, my mistake, that's a giant. It doesn't seem to have noticed us yet. Giant or not, a resident of this place may have much and more to tell us. I say we make the first move. Alpha, you can't just... Ugh. Pray excuse my boldness, but might I ask you a few questions? What adorable costumes. Are you children on an excursion? This district has much to teach you. This district. Oh, this sounds like no language I've ever heard, yet I understand every word. Just as he understood us. And which district is this exactly? You must be lost, poor thing. You stand in the Colors district wherein lie the institution most vital to the management of our star. Zora, how's it going? I can't wait to see you finish ShadowBringer. Yeah, I'm kind of taking it a bit slow because I know that the it's not too far away, so I kind of don't want to run out of like main story to play just yet, but I am getting there. Can you tell us who rules the city? Rules? What a curious question. Perhaps you refer to our supervising body, the Convocation of 14. So Emmett Salk isn't the leader here. Emmett Salk is a member of the Convocation. Were you hoping to witness its deeds firsthand? Hardly surprising, I suppose. The whole world holds its breath as the final days draw near, and our brightest minds race to implement their plans. Oh gosh. Thus, you must understand that gaining an audience at this time will be next to be impossible. You should hurry home now, before your families begin to worry. Do you need me to walk you back? No, thank you. We will be fine. Very well. Take care, little ones. What was all of that about? What was that all about? To my eyes, these people appear as arcane entities. I suspect Emmett Salk moved them from ether, much as he reconstructed the rest of the city. The final days. Such words will befit the oblivion described to us by our Asian foe, a catastrophic of unprecedented scale, which did set in motion the summoning of Zodiac and then Heidelin herself. But what happened centuries and centuries ago, didn't it? That man spoke as if they were rushing to avert a disaster here and now. Unless, for these people, the distant past is the here and now. I believe thou hast the right of it, Master Alphino. The ethereal emperor and its residents appear to be phantoms of a different age. And the Silk has resurrected a memory, a moment in time from before the star was sundered. So we find ourselves in a long destroyed city inhabited by the long departed, and unusual situation to be sure. But at least we're able to parley with these ancients. In fact, they seem downright eager to chat, I'd say. We use this to our advantage, split up, strike up some conversation, and see if we can't learn the locations of our quarry. And while we're at it, it wouldn't hurt to waddle out a few more details regarding the Convocation of 14 and their impending disaster. to mingle, and then let's meet back here when our drawers will start aching. Okay, let's see if I can go. I don't know if I'll be able to get there, but we'll see. Let's see if we can get there. I want to get there so I can attune to the. So I can attune to it. Toad giants. Excuse me. Oof, I'm burping a lot. A lot. But when you consider the trust in the scholars, they will find a solution. Damn. I wish those dialogues as pop over their head will actually show up in the chat log. So I didn't read the other guy's one fast enough. It would seem the halls as host to a most pray something visited this day, and what pray tell shall be the subject of our discussion, young one? How the convocation and their handling of the coming peril. It is only natural that you should have questions. Shall we begin with the members themselves? As all know, the 14 are the wisest and most something among us. They are the stewards of order, responsible for decisions which keep this star turning season after season. Be it the speaker, La Habrea, or the emissary, Elidibus, each seat is occupied by an elected sage of surpassing intelligence. Law gave something, Mithron, Emitselk, their individual titles have as a gesture of respect and a matter of tradition become synonymous with their incumbents. Thus it is with great incredibility that I greet this recent rumor that a seat in the convocation is soon to be left vacant. If proven true, 'twould be an unprecedented development and testament to the immense pressure under which our saviors are toiling. In any events, I for one am confident they shall deliver our star unto salvation. What you have to say? One can never be too young to take an interest in the prehistorical arts. Welcome to unwelcome. Oh, man, I'm itching a spot I can't reach. Oh. Get a back scratcher. Oh, is this a kid? I could perhaps explain the final point of creation process. Is this a kid or is this an adult? See, I'm very short for an adult. Good gracious, child, where is your family? You should not be alone at a time like this. Run along home quickly now. Have you not heard yet confined to the lands across the sea, a terrible phenomenon afflict our star. They are calling it the final days. 'Tis said it starts suddenly, something keening from beneath the earth. The sound distorts all living things within earshot, and something from us control of our creation magics. Once that happens, all is lost. Fear, pain, despair, every dread impulse is sown from our minds and given substance. An eternal fall of fairy rain, an instant spawn of nightmares and beasts. Like, one can point to the source of the phenomenon. 'Tis as if the star itself has fallen ill, as if a fierce into life now festers and spreads. It's only a matter of time until response to this squall. You shall stay with your loved ones, shall stay with them. So if this is a kid, because it's definitely not an adult. This can't be an adult. If this is a kid, how old is this child? And us, the rest of us, oh, do we look like babies to them? It's weird. It's cool, but it's weird. Weird. Okay, before we go grab that last one, let's go over here to this ether. Okay, so now we can teleport back here at any time. For some reason, well, it's not for some reason, this place is so big that on my mount, running around on my mount, I feel slow. My mount feels slow running around in this this huge place. An audience with Emmett Salk? I am afraid you have the wrong office, little one. Besides, he will be far too busy to field the questions of curious children. Surely you have been told of the looming cat. Every resource available to the convicant must be spent upon ensuring our world's survival. They have yet to make an official announcement, but it is said the 14 are moving toward forward with a plan of scarce incredible proportions, one which promises to grant will to the very starts of Zodiac. It will invoke a mightiest spell of creation to birth an entity of all incomposing magnificence, and then they will rewrite the laws of existence. It is a huge undertaking, and it must be completed ere the corruption spread this far. Thus I say to you again, do not hold out hope for an audience. And I gotta run all the way back. The music here is so nice and so soothing. It's almost like a lullaby. Why do they call it a lullaby? That's something I never understood. Why is it called a lullaby? If I was not certain before than I am now, the people of the city believe they face the end of the world. I cannot imagine what purpose compelled itself to recreate this ancient, and yet I fancy I hear his words to us echoing throughout the city trench. He would have his story known. Okay, there goes one. Ooh, are these gonna give me the others that I need? That'll be great if it does. We can compare notes once the others return. Hopefully then our next move will become clear. Please voice acting, please voice acting. To seem our conversation were much alike, a looming creation magic running rampant, and this convicate efforts to bring salvation out of the chaos. I suppose there was talk a little else in the time when these events came to pass. Oriange, if I may, what are your thoughts on the ancient art of creation? A fascinating discipline indeed. Aught the mind can conceive may be rendered in reality. All that is required is a clear concept upon which to focus one's will. It is not dissimilar to the primal rites thought by the Asians, wherein ritual ceremony breathed life into fragments of myth and legend. I see we arrive at the same conclusion then. The people who lived in the age before the Sundering were blessed with vast resources of mana. No matter how draining these creation magic must be, it seems they paid the cost with not more than a fraction of the ether which courses through their own bodies. If we were to attempt the same, such spell would soon deplete our energies and then seek to draw the balance from elsewhere, from a hoard of crystals mayhap, or from the very land itself. Thus, when this art of creation was placed into our hands, it became, in effort, a means for destruction. An interesting matter which no doubt bears further study, but despite what? Despite all, why did I see an H? Despite all these revelations, I worry we are no closer to finding him itself. Why did I think that was an H? Has anyone learned naught which might lead us to his location? Not directly, perhaps, but from what we've heard, it seems a convocation of 14 is sequent something in the nearby Capitol building. When we went to see ourselves, the attendant wouldn't let us through without a right of permission. So we tried our luck at the Bureau of Administrator, where we thought these permissions might be issued, but the clerk there said he couldn't help us since our names didn't appear in the registry. And that was where we gave up. I wonder though, Junta'o, could you be eligible for one of these? The boys in the lift seemed to know who you were. It might be that your name is registered at the bureaus as well, where they look, I'd say. Meanwhile, I head back to the capital and search for a less official point of entry just in case. Pray allow me to accompany thee, but my common sense and arcane perspective may prove needful. I think I'd like to speak with more of these ancients. Maybe they know something that could help us cure Junta'o's condition. Would you mind coming with me? Of course, I don't mind. Just lead the way. Then you Stola and I will busy ourselves with further exploration. There is surely more intelligence to be had. And so we part ways once more. 'Tis time, however, let us rig something from in front of the capital. Now let's go grab these, see if all of these are the actual ether current quests. Yes, sir. I must say, let's lend these garments you're wearing. They are your own original concept, I take it. Clearly they must be, given their rather singular flamboyance. I would never dream of creation, creators, creativity, but to hear about your cultivated individuals firmly praiseworthy. Okay, you know what? You're insulting me, so I don't care. I don't care to listen. Just let me finish this up. I know it'll probably teach me something, but you insulted me. You insulted my garments. Oh, aren't we looking rather smart this evening? What can I do for you, little one? Robes to serve in a furious resemblance. How cute. Alas, I have nothing I can offer you at this present time. The ones you saw me carry earlier were a failed experiment. I never intended to make them so small, so I disposed of them shortly thereafter. By your expression, I gather you find it odd that your elders can fail in so simple an application of creation magics. It is more common than you may realize, little one. In this instant, a gaggle of children was passing by as I held the image of their robes in my mind's eye. Simply by becoming aware of their presence was the form, influence, and the final product changed. All things considered, it would have been worse. Just the other day I was attempting to convey a white-haired lion, when all of a sudden this exquisite eagle elated on the nearby railing, giving me quite the shock and dramatically altering my initial yes, indeed, it was a most unexpected development, but not an altogether unwelcome one. Great strides are often born from unexpected, but even inspiration has its limit. For all the wonders we have wrought, I do wonder if there will come a time when we have fully explored the potential of our powers, when there is truly nothing left unmade, and only imitations as such. Not as you need concern, little one. For now, I will encourage you to embrace your creativity and work your magic without further fail. Nevertheless, I will still be in the best interest to don the parent robes to avoid excesses where you don't go and okay, request the conservative fashion of yours. Everyone come to debate, and so you have the age. How wonderful shall we retire the grandchildren? So, oh, well, apologies to conclude, my friends are not quite as fond of the whole. My point at the so-called minutes minor ridiculous. I've listened to me, child. Regardless, I am in the middle of a heated discussion with my partner. Come back later. Angie used to know the bugger. It's strangely enduring, I must admit, but you have all the time in the world. Why are you so insistent after I speak with you in the very instant? I suppose I owe them a debate or two, and now it's not a good occasion. Sweet, that's one. Just need 3 more, so I got one on me. And this is probably one over here. So if I can finish these, then there will only be one more. And that one more will be, I'm pretty sure it'll be the dungeon run. I don't know why I'm running on foot. If you're on task, you should be creation artist. Oh shit, How can he see me? I know they're probably telling me some useful information, but okay, so I gotta go over here and do this. Backside. I gotta sell these. Okay, so I just need the one from the dungeon. Now let's go over here. Do this. I think this is where what's his name? I think this is where we meet an old friend. Yes, I can assist you. Full name, please. Gentlemen, please wait near the counter while I confirm your details. Okay, I don't see no seats here, so... Your application ready for collection. As your residency was approved by Emitselk himself, further forms of identification will not be required. Here are your application documents. Submit them to the Bureau of the something, and the clerk will issue you with a visitor. Nope. Why did I think that was a door? It looks like a door. Oh wait, no, I think it's this way. Yep. Oof. Gonna have to do the daily roulettes. I haven't touched them yet. But he's gonna catch me. Yep, there goes the chair. So this is where we're gonna meet the old friend. Next, please. This is the capital RE. Please take your seat. Your name will be called once an application has been processed. Yeah. You, I think, are from a time beyond ours. Have you followed in the wake of Emitsock? Nay, there is no cause for alarm. I am simply a shade, here and not here. I know only that my name is Hethlia something, and that this city is a recreation, a phantom moment plucked from the well of history. These others seem unaware of their pale existence, but I wonder if Emmett Salt's mind was distracted when it comes to my reconstruction. A stray thought would have been enough. Hythlodaeus will realize the truth. For example, we were close friends once, you see. Yet, in spite of my perception, I play the same role as all the rest. A bit part meant to bring color and noise to this well-crafted stage. Too much something and we shall burst like the fragile bubbles we are. Thus I tell you again, my presence is not to concern you. I wish only to share your company whilst we await. If you've come this far, then you know of the Cadis, something which awaits us in our morrow. The final days, what began as isolated incidents soon swallowed into a world-spanning threat. The convocation of 14, well, it was 13 at the time, endeavored to create a will for our star. They would repair the fundamental laws of order and halt the spread of destruction. But creation on such a scale required an immense amount of power. The lives of those of us who still lived, nearly half offered up their lives in the name of salvation. And from their sacrifice, Zodiac was born, just as we had hoped. He reached forth and halted the march of oblivion. Yet, on how the star had suffered, so many species lost. The land was blighted, the waters poisoned, and even the world had ceased to blow. The wind? World? Once more did our people give of themselves to Zodiac. Another half of our race sacrificed to clean the world, to ensure that trees and grass and myriad tiny lives would spread and grow and flourish. The cycle of life had begun anew, and we reconsidered the means by which we might protect it. The convocation decided thus: we would nurture our world until it was bursting with vitality, then when the time is right, we would offer some portion of its living energy to Zodiac. In return, we would restore to us those brethren whose soul had fed his strength, and together we would resume our role as stewards. There were, however, those who disagreed with this plan. They argued that enough had been sacrificed to Zodiac, that this new world should belong to the lives newly born. Thus, something surrounded their life energy in the creation of Heidelin, an incarnation of their opposing belief. And for the first time in history, our people stood divided. You know then how this conflict ended? I thought you might. Amitsuck has ever been a champion for the will of Zodiac. The original plan may have been set back by millennia, but he will have not abandoned his cause. He will pay the price for our return by whatever means is necessary. And though he may carry himself with a certain something, Amitsuck is not a man to bear his burdens lightly. In fact, I imagine they have only grown heavier with every passing century. Tis truly a terrible weight he has chosen to carry. Amawa. It seems your turn has come. Pray do not let me keep you. There was one last thing. You walk with another at your side, yes? Nay, I see no definite form, just the faintest suggestion of a second soul. I doubt it visible to anyone but me. Otherwise, I assume only you can see and hear this ethereal companion. Your connection is hardly a coincidence. In our time, the two of you were one. The color of your souls tells this tale. A hue that distinctive cannot be mistaken, no matter how thin the soul is spread. This is just the kind of fate I might expect for one such as he. Surely Amitsuck has recognized the hint of him in you. Fare you well, my new old friend. May you find what you seek. See you later, new old friend. Though the next time I see you, it'll be new friend. To me, you'll be old new friend. When you wish to gain admission, you can simply present this document to the... Okay, Okay, so I gotta go all the way over there. So let's just teleport. Teleport. Okay, so I'll probably play for another hour. And then I'll end the stream because I gotta go mow the lawn today. So yeah, now 1 more hour to go, and then I'll do that. Ooh, excusez-moi. Finally, you were gone so long, I was on the verge of mounting a rescue party. How fare you with it? I see, my instincts were correct. And a good thing too. Re-engineering our chance of breaking into the capital and official entrance is by far more attractive option. The capital boasted not a single armed sanctuary. It would seem that in their time they did not deem it needful to post guards. The windows and doors, however, appear heavily warded. Though mightily did we strive, strength, mundane and magical, we failed to budge them even a fraction of one elm. Perhaps 'tis simply the case with them itself's recreation did not extend to their usual function. We didn't try everything, of course, but we thought it best to conserve our time and energy for more pressing methods. Speaking of which, Reen and I tried asking about a cure for you. The problem is these ancients didn't exist beyond Earth today. They will happily tell you their own tales, but whenever we attempt to explain our situation, the conversation quickly became muddled. What of you, Junta? Was aught worthy of interest said during your efforts to attain Hitlerdays? A great sacrifice of life in exchange for their brethren's resurrection, and you say all the Asians shaman has been leading to this? In all this time, but if they still mean to enact this plan, then things won't end with the rejoining. I thought we knew their intentions in full. Restore the world to its former glory and in turn empower Zodiac to reclaim his throne as the will of the star. Yet that was merely a step along the way. I hesitate to put it into words, but we have to assume that following the final joining, the Asian means to draw on the lives of the source to make their sacrifice to Zodiac. That does seem the most likely scenario. Perhaps those who ally with the Asian would be spared that fate, but what value is there in surviving when all our history, all our struggles will be erased? I cannot consent with such an act. Of course not, and that's to say not of what MSL plans for the Exord's power. Do we stand by and let him threaten our future as well as our past? Hushed. We need to find him, Juntaro. And when we do, make your mark. Change the course of history in a way that's felt by those who come before and those who come after, by everyone you've ever met. By everyone? Shouldn't for everyone sound better? Change things so that even my other self dying somewhere in the future calamity will smile and say, I knew you would win. It's fight impossible. He created an entire city. It would take everything we have to defeat him if we even can. And you push that hard in your current state, the light will break free. The decision is to press on lies with you, just as it lies with each and every one of us. So, I thought it was gonna be in a dungeon, but it looks like I got it, so I can fly. Fly. Shadowbringers. Do you remember that till we had atop the tower of? I'm still on the same mind now as I don't abandon you. I don't abandon me. You don't abandon me, and together we make a difference in this fight. There's always hope if we look for it. I saw it again and again as you tore those veils of light from the sky. If you keep taking that next step forward, there's a chance we'll find a way to save you. So no matter how long it takes or how much it hurts, you can count on me to keep walking. All three spoke of the disaster we would bring onto our own heads. The case, ceaseless conflict. Imagine how he would sneer to see what's become of the first, not to mention your peculiar and yet, who can deny the fire your deeds have ignited in people's heart? Your achievements, you achieved what my logic and ideal never could, uniting desperate people under the banner of hope and common purpose. Without you, that giant talus would never have risen its head. I have bore witness to many such miracles at your side and would do so again. This is but another obstacle in the road. So come, let us travel it. Drag me through wonder and danger as you are wont to do. You are wont to do. What does that mean? And I shall endeavor not to slow you down. As well thou hast knowest, if we are to usher him itself unto his rest, we must needs bind his Ascian soul, and then shatter it with overwhelming force. The former task required, and such have I prepared unto the exarchs, asking no less thou 'twas ever mine intended to provide said boon. The further whence our noble friend doth hail is a world fallen to Ascian, and we would not see such grim history repeated. In a sense, Emmett-Suck's destruction will be the culmination of Exarch's efforts, a reward for all he hath endured these many years. Yet even as thou stridest into the jaws of peril, forget not but that his fondest wish, and that of many others besides, is to see thee survived unto the morrow. 'Tis in pursuit of that happiest of outcomes that I do pledge to remain at thy side. A time in the first has been a never-ending succession of trials, and arduous as our path in the source ever was. Yet, though all our journeys together, that deep and foreboding wood, you have helped me stay true to my convictions. Thus I would return the favor. Do as your hearts decrees without hesitation or regret. And that is all I would say on this matter. All this has been put everyone in a solemn mood, isn't it? Honestly, we're not even sure this will be the end of it. But I suppose we should speak our minds when we have the opportunity. You taught me that much in Amarang, so forgive me in this moment of sentiment, Judar, by dragging me into this sorry mess. You've given me the chance to think and act as I should have for Reen's sake. Words cannot express how much this has changed my life, or how grateful I am for your support. So I shall express my gratitude through actions instead. No matter where you decide to go, I will be there, guarding your back. When Minfilia entrusted me with her power, she warned me that no matter how strong you become, you can still fall victim to despair. You can still feel powerless. She was right. After you collapsed on Mount Golg, my hands wouldn't stop shaking. If I made a mistake, if I failed to bind the light within you, I was terrified you would die. Even now, you could be moments from turning and I wouldn't know how to save you. You, Thancred, the others, you've all been there when I needed help. Minfilia surrendered her life to me, her legacy. I should be ready to do the same for you, and I want to, I do, but I'm not good enough. She told me to follow your example, and I've tried. I've really tried. You shouldn't hang your head. I shouldn't. Fate can be cruel, but a smile better suits a hero. We must all keep looking forward like the heroes who never gave up hope for this world. I'm not sure who you... Actually, never mind. I think the answer might be different for all of us. No, nothing will come of brooding here in self-pity. I've made my decision there. I'm going with you. Welcome to the capital. All visitors must present an official writ of permission before admittance will be granted. Your documents appear to be in order. You may proceed into the capital, but any guests you may choose to bring with you must remain in your vicinity at all times.
This really is unacceptable. I gave you very specific instructions. My invitation was for an abomination, right with the power to bring about the world's annihilation. Not this half-broken thing. Whatever am I to do with you? And I see you insist on keeping the same familiar company. Are you so lost without them?
It is not he who is lost without the familiar. Not content with remaking an entire city, you aim to put it with the reconstituted souls of the dead.
I may have gotten a little carried away in my attention to detail, added a few necessary flourishes. Well, there's no point trying to hide it. Yes. Once the rejoining of the worlds is complete, Zodiac will regain full strength and shatter his prison. Then we shall offer up the source's remaining inhabitants in sacrifice, that we might resurrect our brethren who died to bring Zodiac into existence. But what was it that you came to do exactly? Did you know? One last do-or-die attempt to foil my plans before your mind dissolves in madness. How very, very heroic of you. In every single age, there is always someone who wants to stand up to the evil axis. Always the same arrogance, the same insistence that the world belongs to them, as if theirs were the only rightful claim, theirs the only existence worthy of preservation. Even now, after everything, you refuse to see reason. You think it unfair that you were subject to suffering, that your lives would be sacrificed to the ancients. Look at me. I have lived 1,000 of your lives. I have broken bread with you, fought with you, grown ill, grown old, sired children, and yes, welcomed death's sweet embrace. For eons have I measured your worth and found you wanting, till we feed my service stewards of every star. Have your recent spats with all three anti-cities told you.
Yeah, hold on.
Learned that your ignorance and frailty beget only endless misery. How long do you mean to perpetuate this farce? How much more must I endure your bumbling interference? Let us imagine that the laws of reality are again undone, and the world faces true annihilation. Do you honestly believe that half your number would sacrifice themselves to save the other? Of course they wouldn't. And if you had witnessed history unfold as I have, you would reach the same conclusion. You cannot be entrusted with our legacy.
I would bring back our brethren, our friends, our loved ones. The world belongs to us and us alone.
We understand, truly, but it makes no difference. The ones you loved in the past, while ours are here in the present. One day, we too will be ashes and dust, but not today. Our time is not yet finished. We share your conviction, and that is why we will not abandon our course.
You think us the same?
You think your soul of equal worth to those I lost? Then earn your place.
Prove yourself worthy to inherit this star. Behold,
oblivion. 'Twas the end of our era, and the beginning of our great work. A fitting backdrop for your final judgment.
I shall wait within, but do not spend too much time on your preparations. There's no telling how much longer the guest of honor will last.
I'll be right back. My name is being called, so I'll be right back. Gotta go check. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's do this dungeon. I really like this this dungeon. It's really cool because it reminds me of the cutscene from I think it's an Endwalker. I think it's an Endwalker. It reminds me of the cutscene of what's her name? I forget her name, but she's basically the woman who becomes a Hyberlin. She's walking at the end of days. She's walking across and she's watching all of this stuff happen, and then she goes up towards the convocation, and she tells them it's enough and stuff like that. Like, it reminds me of that scene, and I really like this because of that. Like, before, I thought it was okay. I thought the dungeon was okay, but after seeing that cutscene, I appreciate this dungeon way more than I did the first time, because it was it's a very cool design dungeon. All the crazy shit happening, but then that cutscene came in Endwalker, and it just made this dungeon even more significant. Okay, hopefully we get the I gotta do that. I gotta go and fly around the other maps and unlock the full map. Hello, 6. It's gorgeous. And I've gotten so used to her white blind eyes that whenever I see her eyes back in A Realm Reborn, it feels so awkward. It feels weird. It feels weird seeing her eyes in a realm reborn. But yeah, those eyes even though she's blind, they're very pretty eyes. And she's very beautiful herself. Yeah. Oh yeah, so I always mean to try and find any information on Thancred and that squirrel that you always seeing around him in different times. I'm always wondering about that. Let me, and I never looked it up. I never actually looked it up, so let me see if I can look it up now while we wait. Yeah, I can't find any videos of it, but I'm checking out Google of it. So yeah, it's a small squirrel often seen with Thancred in Final Fantasy named Nutkin. It is a minion that has become a running joke in the community, appearing in several cutscenes, including the Heaven's Word and the Shadowbringers era, often hiding Thancred's modesty during key moments. So I do remember it in Heaven's Word because it covered up his junk when he was naked in Heaven's Word, and then I saw it in Shadowbringers where I mentioned it, And I'm like, where the hell does that scroll come from? And why is it, you see it every now and then, especially in like the trailer for Dawn Trail. You saw it in the trailer for Dawn Trail. And I've always wondered, with why is it shows up in that one particular I guess you could call it a cutscene. The one particular cutscene in Shadowbringer. I can understand it appearing in the Heaven's Word when it covers his junk, but why did it just randomly show up in one of the cutscenes in Stormbringer? Is that I don't understand. It doesn't explain why. It just says that its name and it's just a comedic joke and stuff like that. It doesn't explain anything else. Yeah, I can't find out much information on it. I love listening to my voice. Sure. Thank you, I guess. Thank you for saying that. East Coast, I think I am. I think I am East Coast. Whichever coast Florida is in, that's where I'm at. But yeah, or it could be like my mic, because my mic it's like a really cheap mic that I'm using. And it's also part of the camera, so where the camera is at, that's where my mic is. So it could be that's making it sound nice or something. But I really appreciate you saying that. Thank you very much. So yeah, the little squirrel that's with Thancred only shows up, from what I read just now, it only shows up 3 times, maybe 4. It only mentioned 3. It mentioned 3 times that the scroll shows up, and that's when it covers his junk. And then there was that one cutscene in Shadowbringer when we were with the Vera, and when Y'shtola had used the flow spell and went to to the ether currents, and we were wondering, where's she at and stuff like that. Nice. I'm from New York, and you sound a lot like us, but there's a lot of us where, so I probably sound a little bit like New Yorkers, because before I came here to Florida, I used to live in Boston, and a lot of people that say that Boston and New Yorkers just sound similar. They have similarities with the way that they speak. So I guess that could be why. I've only lived here in Florida for 2 years, so haven't really picked up any. Well, I don't know if Florida has any like any like different accent or anything, or different way of speaking. But yeah, it could be because I'm from Boston before I came to Florida. It could be the case. I think they should. I think the developers, should officially make the squirrel Tancred's little pet, or his little. It's a minion, but they should like make it like a little pet or something. So every now and then, like regularly instead of occasionally, regularly you would see it like on his shoulder, or like. I thought he had like a little bag on him. He does have like somewhat like a little bag. Where it like pokes its head out in this little bag or something. Like I think it would be cool to see it a little bit more regularly instead of just the 3 times that it showed up. And the 3rd time it wasn't even in an in-game cutscene. It was the trailer. And the 3rd time was from the trailer for Dawn Trail. So. You know, I wouldn't really count that as one because I'm more thinking of in-game appearance, and that one was not in-game. And it's been 14 minutes and no dungeon. Come on. What's going on here? What's this? Oh, that's a player. Okay. I was about to say, wait, is Emmett Suck standing back there? Oh, come on, dungeon. I want to do this dungeon before I have to go and mow the lawn. I don't want it to get too late because once I actually start doing mowing the lawn, when it gets a little bit later, like around 6 o'clock or so, when I'm mowing the lawn, like a lot of mosquitoes and a lot of like flies will end up like popping up during the mowing the lawn, and I'll end up getting a lot of like mosquito bite marks and stuff, and I'm trying to avoid that. So that's why I want to try and get it done like 4:30, maybe 5. Well, it'll probably take a full hour because I got to do the front and the back, so it's probably gonna take a while to do. Oh, thank goodness. Let's do this. Yeah, I wanna try and go and get it done around start it up after like 4 o'clock, before 5 o'clock. Because it's gonna take me a while to do both the front and back. Alright, let's do this.
Welcome to the final days of
Amarant. That's how it's pronounced. Amarant. Oh wow, it brought down the thing on
The
itself.
fabric of our star began to fray, and the unchecked energies of creation began to malform beasts.
Begets. I guess that's like some of these old-timey words are pretty cool, but it sounds cool, but I feel like it is being difficult to try and use it regularly. Yep. Shit. That was a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. Are we sprinting? Did I make it? I made it. Nice.
Just as reality rise to brightness, our brain may manifest our deepest fears.
What? I didn't see them for a second. That's funny. Final Scott. Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? I didn't make it. Ah, shit. Wrong time to get me. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I'll let you do that. That's good. That's great. I thought it was done for just now. tank that's high enough to use it right now anyways. Devastation. Well, at least it gives me a better view. How many are there? I'm looking at this, taking it back here. As soon as it goes down, it comes right back from the side. Like, is it like its route is weird? That's what I'm saying. It's just like its route is weird.
The land buckled. The city burned. The waters ran red with blood.
I wonder who mined gave creation to that. Which of the ancients mined that came from? It's just taken for no reason just now. How many is there? I see one over there, I see one over here, there's one over, well, was over there. So like, how many of those are there? Oh, damn it. Why does it keep changing targets? That's so annoying. Yeah, whichever ancient created this one as well. Their minds is.
Yet this is far from the worst.
Something's wrong with their mind.
And I will show you. Just a little further.
Just a little
And you will see the end of a world. The stars faded. We saw the antiquities laws anew. But between us and our goal loomed a final mystical feat.
Such a pretty view from up here. But all of the destruction happening down there, it's not pretty. Okay, so now we got nowhere to go. So we have to take it down now. Nice. Okay, so I know we have the one more fight with him itself, but I think what I'll do is I'll wait until a little bit later. I wanna go mow the lawn and stuff, take a shower afterwards, and I'll be back on in a couple of hours. But after this mission.
Well, you prevailed.
As always.
Nevertheless.
Your performance was underwhelming, and I remain unconvinced of your worthiness. Oh, tower of your miss got ilk, no doubt. But should I bring my full strength to bear, well, you would be as leaves and wind. The gulf between us is a reflection of the disparity between the world as it was and what it has become.
Our worlds may not live up to lofty standards, but they are our worlds, our homes.
She's got such. I can't help but always think that she's so pretty. She's got the cuteness. Yushtola's got the hotness.
You are a mistake. For we have no perfection. The shattered swords of these shards are ghastly mockeries of the true world.
The true world.
The ephemeral lives you absorb are pale imitations, utterly void of meaning.
Belittle us all you like, but we will rise again and again, and give the lie to your insults through words and deeds. We define our worth, not the circumstances of our creation.
More pride.
Oh no!
Fool. Who are you? No one. Nothing. Once I have reclaimed my heritage, my first act will be to expunge your stain from history's leaf. My world hath no need for heroes.
Man, such a surface would be so difficult to walk on, I would think.
Still fighting the good fight.
It is true that all we hold dear is fated to fade away. But that is no reason for us to forsake it.
To take what steps we may, and thus mark the road for those who would follow. To strive for the best of all futures. Be this not also thy purpose?
Do not presume to speak of my future.
And you, why waste your final moments in futile fights? You've no fight left to fight, no life left to live.
You see, the light will not be denied.
Surrender to your fate, and let the transformation take you.
Rise up in madness and fury.
Devour
The vermin infesting the land which is rightfully ours.
Now read! Now!
Fight it! You have to hold on!
If you had the strength to take another step, could you do it? Could you save our worlds?
You know I could.
Take it. We fight as one. This world is yours to end. This is our future. Our story. No, it can't be. You are broken and nothing more. How can you hope to stand against me alone? We stand together!
So where did you come from?
How do you... I'm surprised you can stand at all.
I could not well leave matters half finished. Let's expand and contract. Eon become instant. Champions from beyond the rift, heed my call!
I challenge you on itself. It ends to this day, one way or another. Yeah, I challenge you.
Very well. Let us proceed to your final judgment. The victor shall write the tale, and the vanquished shall come its day. Let us cast aside titles and greetings, and reveal our true face to one another. I am Hades, he who shall awaken our brethren from their dark slumber.
Okay, so I'm gonna end the stream here for a little bit. I'm gonna go mow the lawn and stuff, take a shower. I'll be on in a couple of hours. Be back on in a couple of hours. Zahor? I'm sorry, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to pronounce it. Thank you so much for stopping by the stream. I really appreciate it. If you're still around, if you would, like to support me, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. I am trying to get to 100 subscribers. And when I'm streaming later tonight, if you're not busy and you want to check out, check out the story, keep checking out the story. Stop by and chat and stuff. I would really appreciate that. But yeah, I'm gonna take a short break so I could go take care of some stuff. So I will be back in a couple of hours, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.